Stephanie Lynn. Stevie Nicks, born on May 26, 1948, in Phoenix, Arizona, grew up surrounded by music that shaped both her imagination and identity. Her grandfather, a country singer, often sang to her during childhood, leaving her with a sense that songs carried emotional truth and lasting power. Because her father's business career required frequent moves, Stevie experienced a constantly shifting landscape of new towns and new beginnings. Rather than unsettling her, the changes fueled her creativity and gave her a sense of independence that later colored both her writing and performance style. By her teenage years, she had already found her voice as a songwriter, filling notebooks with poetry and melodies. Inspired by trailblazing artists like Janis Joplin and Joni Mitchell, she began to believe that music could be her future. Her parents encouraged her passion, gifting her her first guitar, an instrument that became her anchor and a symbol of her determination to pursue music, not as a hobby, but as a calling. Path to Fleetwood, McStevie's journey into rock stardom began when she met Lindsey Buckingham in high school, forming a creative partnership that would define the next decade of her life. Together, they joined the band Fritz, opening for legends such as Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin, experiences that taught Stevie the power of stage presence and the electricity of live performance. When Fritz dissolved, Stevie and Buckingham continued as a duo, releasing Buckingham Nicks in 1973. Although the album initially struggled, its emotional honesty and distinctive harmonies caught the attention of Fleetwood Mac drummer Mick Fleetwood. In 1975, both Stevie and Buckingham were welcomed into the band, a moment that shifted her from aspiring artist to one of rock's most recognizable voices. Her mystical presence, poetic lyrics, and unmistakable vocal style reshaped the band's sound and helped usher in a new era for Fleetwood Mac, one that would soon become legendary. Breakthrough and rise to fame. The addition of Stevie Nicks marked the beginning of Fleetwood Mac's most celebrated period. Their self-titled 1975 album introduced listeners to Rhiannon, a song that showcased Stevie's bewitching storytelling and ethereal delivery. But it was Rumors, released in 1977, that became a cultural landmark. The album captured the turmoil, heartbreak, and entangled relationships within the band, and Stevie's contributions, especially Dreams, resonated on a deeply emotional level. Her stage persona, flowing shawls, layered fabrics, and fluid, hypnotic movements, cemented her reputation as rock's enigmatic queen. Yet beyond the style was a storyteller who transformed personal experience into songs that millions recognized as their own. Solo career and creative evolution. Stevie's artistic vision expanded beyond Fleetwood Mac when she launched her solo career. Her debut album, Belladonna, 1981, soared to number one, driven by hits like Edge of 17 and collaborations with Tom Petty and Don Henley. Her solo work allowed her to express vulnerability, independence, and mystical imagery with a freedom she hadn't fully explored before. Subsequent albums like The Wild Heart and Rock a Little continued this exploration, showcasing a voice that was both raw and poetic. Her solo efforts proved that her artistry was not confined to the band. She was a creative force entirely on her own. Enduring influence and legacy. Stevie Nicks' journey has been marked by resilience, reinvention, and an unwavering commitment to authenticity. Through personal challenges and professional pressures, she continued to create music that connected across generations. Her reappearances with Fleetwood Mac in later decades demonstrated that her power on stage remained undiminished, while her solo tour solidified her lasting appeal. As the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, Stevie stands as a symbol of creative independence and emotional honesty. Her influence lives not only in her timeless songs, but in the countless artists who see her as a guide. Proof that vulnerability can be strength, individuality can be revolutionary, and art drawn from truth always